Hey there, good morning from 1077 The End. My name is Gregor. Hi. So I can remember seeing the Hot Fuss tour in blazing hot Tucson, Arizona back in 2004. And even back then, it was clear as a young radio person that we were dealing with a much bigger band on far too small of a stage. If only they could do what so many can't endure. Now, 20 years later, new music rolling out, filling arenas. They are the Killers, and he is Brandon Flowers. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Now, I'm sure you've had to do various press recently, and in the past that might have been more of a chore. Thank you. How does time away from your entertainment lifestyle change how you view some of the grind of being in a big act like yours?
It's funny. There was part of me that settled into it, and getting into a family routine, and then there was a part of there's a part of you that misses it. I have that strange gene or whatever it is that gets a thrill out of moving from town to town and entertaining and all that. I don't, and it takes a certain type of strange person to want to do that.
You've spoken about moving to Utah and visiting home and it being a good fit or feeling right. It seems like the longer we spend away from the place we were just dying to escape, there's that calling. Like, what do you think it is about home that signals to a person to return like you did?
Yeah, it was fun. That's why I talk about that about in a statement about this song. It's funny because when I was 16, my parents let me leave this little town that I had grown up in Utah, and I wanted to get the hell out. And now I had moved near there. I just kept wanting to go visit it, and I would go. It was more than just, oh, here's where Dad lived. It was, okay, let's go back again and go get burgers. Let's go back again, see my sister. Let's go back again. I just kept wanting to go back and drive the streets, and I was soaking it up and having all these memories. And I just realized that I just had a lot more of an appreciation for my upbringing than I wanted to have as a bratty teenager.
Takes like a full generation to get past the things that you thought you didn't want. I feel the same thing too as a guy about your age too. So I read in that same statement about the new song Boy is a message to young Brandon, or perhaps Brandon's young children, about not overthinking it. Not overthinking what? And do you find yourself becoming more sentimental?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And just, there's so much emphasis on the way we look and being popular. And I went through quite a bit of that as a teenager, and the anxiety that comes along with it, and never feeling like you're going to be enough. And so I think it comes from that. And that person is still with me, wherever I go. And so it was nice to be able to talk to him and maybe put his mind at ease a little bit, even though it's, taken me so many years.
Yeah, it's that weird time that really fundamental growth that sticks with you for a long time. He's Brandon Flowers of The Killers. Let's hear that new single, Brandon. Let's listen to Boy. We'll come back with you here more next on 1077. Good morning from 1077 The End. I am Gregor, and here we are hanging out with Brandon Flowers, taking over a bit of our 9 a.m. hour to learn more about what's going on. Now, while lots of bands kicked dirt around while deciding how to best play the pandemic, you didn't wait around, releasing not one, but 2 records, one a concept, with another on the way next year-ish. I gotta say, that fire seems real stoked. How long do you intend to keep it burning that hot? How long can you go like that?
Man, I think I know it's strange to be a sports analogy or a muscle analogy, but I think, it's kind of a use it or lose it kind of a situation. And I think I'm scared to death of just sitting back for too long and what would happen when I go back to write again or to sing again. And so it really is nice to keep yourself in shape, whether it's my singing voice or writing lyrics or writing songs. And so I'm just kind of always, I'm always in the habit of it.
Do you ever feel any pressure of having to live in kind of the alternative world, or have you kind of transcended that by now?
Oh yeah, no, it's a weird line that we're walking, and we started to dip our toes into other genres, and it's been great. We did it with Pressure Machine, and I don't think anybody saw that record coming, and I don't think we saw that record coming. It was an epiphany and kind of a revelation to us. And it's something that I could see myself pursuing a lot more. So, but I don't feel necessarily like I have to stay in the alternative world, but it's, I do genuinely love a lot of those, those first alternative bands, whether it was the Smiths or New Order or The Cure or Depeche Mode. That was the stuff that I grew up on. And so I'm definitely, and that's never going to be able to be taken out of our equation.
I saw a post that said something like, Mr. Brightside will be the don't stop believing of our generation. And while I don't certainly expect you to compare your art to someone else's, how does that sentiment strike you? And how would 2001 Brandon feel about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's something that is completely out of our hands, and that we're so proud of that song, and to be a part of it is incredible. I don't feel embarrassed about it. I don't feel strange singing it for the 1,000th time, because there's always somebody there who it's their first time and who are getting that thrill that I got when we first played it. I still remember first playing it with a drummer, with a beat. I mean, the hair on my arm standing up, and so I still can get that rush.
The tingles, right? Let's listen to it. I've got this really cool version of it. You recorded it back in 2004. You came in for an end session. I think this is from Glen Sound. Back when this song was crushing it, it's Mr. Brightside. More with Brandon Flowers from The Killers here next on 107.7 The End.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag and they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag and they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. And I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. Hey. I never
pretty fortunate to have that type of material hanging around. Very, very cool. Good morning. Hanging out with Brandon Flowers this morning. I'm Gregor, and Brandon, I want to get to something important. I want to talk to you about Toby Keith. We'll do it next on 107. We're hanging out, talking with Brandon Flowers this morning of The Killers. He's got the big touring machine back in action. A stop here later this month on the 20th. Now, I know a fun viral video went around of you appearing to be warming up, I think, by belting out some Toby Keith in your dressing room, I think.
Wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive, stealing a young girl's heart, just like Gene and Roy, singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy.
So good. First of all, well done. I guess I never considered you doing that. So, what are a couple songs that you've been sitting with recently that you really enjoy? Maybe I'll spin something here on the show. Probably not Toby Keith.
Man, I mean, if you'll play Louisiana by Randy Newman, that's the stuff, man. That's the stuff that I just wasn't exposed to till I was older. And so I guess I'm gravitating more towards these great lyricists and songwriters as I get older. So it's stuff like John Prine and Randy Newman. Yeah.
What a loss, that John Prine over the pandemic. That was terrible.
That's right.
It's sad. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do some John Prine. I know that, hold on, I'm pulling up a track here from Prine with Dan Auerbach from the Black Keys, who wrote, this is Caravan of Fools, an artist recommended here by Brandon Flowers. Thanks, man. This will be a lot of fun. More big thanks, Brandon Flowers from The Killers, for hanging out this morning, man. We really appreciate it, and for stretching our limits a little bit. I love John Prine, giving me an excuse to play it. That's amazing. Tour kicks off in Vancouver. Next stop in Seattle on the 20th, Climate Pledge Arena. We got a big light show going on. More about the music. Where do you kind of find the balance there?
Oh, it's tough. There's we have a few bells and whistles, and we have we've had our lighting director and guy he's from Dublin. His name's Stephen. He's been coming around with us since 2005, I think. And so it's a part of the show, and making us look good, and he, and it's also very musical what those guys have to do with the lights. And yeah, we have a little bit of everything, but hopefully the musicianship and the songs will shine through.
He's Brandon Flowers of The Killers. Thank you for joining us, and please come back anytime, man.
All right. Thank you.